My thoughts on Creature Commandos, Episode 1, The Collywobbles. Please bear in mind, though, that this is going to be a spoiler review. The synopsis for the first episode is as follows. Rick Flag Sr., the father of Rick Flag from the Suicide Squad movie, is tasked by Amanda Waller in leading a team of monsters into the country of, forgive me if I absolutely butcher this, Pocolistan. Their mission is to protect the country's princess from a terrorist group led by a Amazonian sorceress by the name of Circe, or as it's pronounced in the show, Circe. Might be a copyright thing, I don't know. The episode doesn't really throw us into the action right out the gate. Well, aside from one fight scene that I'll address shortly. It's introducing the main characters we're going to follow for the show and establishing a bit of the conflict they're going to be thrust into. Although that conflict is, quite vague. Some people might complain that it's a bit too slow of a start, but it doesn't really bother me in the slightest. In fact, I kind of wish the runtime was a little longer. It would have been cool to have seen a more proper introduction of Rick to each member of the team, rather than just having him watch as they were being electrocuted by Waller. Here are my positives that I had for the episode. There's a nice scene between G.I. Robot and Nina Mazursky. It's really like a sweet little friendship that's developing, and I can't wait to see how it evolves further. Best Nazi killing buddies forever. There's a fun bit with the bride and Nina reacting to Rick Flag's middle name. Who knew it was Bill? I also really liked the part where the bride was sneaking out of the castle and being rude to one of the guards, and Nina was tagging along and apologizing for her behavior. Much to the bride's dismay. Love that. There's probably my favorite, the funniest scene for me was where Dr. Phosphorus and G.I. Robot were playing Jenga, and G.I. Robot sees a swastika in the blocks when he's through his robot vision, and he just completely opens fire on the bricks. It's just really, really funny. I like that. Yeah, G.I. Robot is shaping up to be my favorite character on the show. There's a great fight scene between Dr. Phosphorus and Rick Flag. They're fighting over the electrocution detonation thing on the phone, and it's just so much fun to watch. So well choreographed by the animators. And it leads to the kitchen where Rick Flag puts on an oven mitt and he's tackling Dr. Phosphorus. It's just a lot of fun. Lastly, there's this little sequence between Nina Mazursky and this little girl that says so much visually without any dialogue. I'm not going to elaborate any further, as the whole scene deserves a video all by itself. As far as the negatives I had with this episode, the terrorist plot is a bit confusing as to why Circe is targeting Alana Rostovic, but I reckon it'll probably be explained later on. The character of Alana Rostovic is written rather weird to me. Now, the actress did a good job, I'm not going to fault her, but her characterization is kind of one note to me, at least right now. I hope there's more to her, which I have a sneaking suspicion there is. The only other nitpick I can think of right now is that the songs were different from what I thought that they were going to be, which really isn't a bad nitpick at all. It's one of those, it's going to take some time to get used to it type of things. Overall, it's a good first episode. It's not perfect, but the main characters and the interactions they have me intrigued. And I can't wait to see where everything takes them in the rest of the season.